What's up, YouTube? Today I decided to do a video on an easy heatless blowout on natural hair. So these are the results that I got, and as you can tell, my hair is completely blown out into like a fro-like state. If you want to see how I got these results, stay tuned. In the meantime, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and we can just go ahead and get started right now. I started on freshly washed and conditioned hair, and as you can see on my hands, I have bands that I use to stretch. So I separate my hair into sections. This is just basically how I wash my hair and condition it, and I leave it in the twists. I clip it back as I go so that I can see clearly what parts I'm working on. I'm using the Kinky Curly Knot today as a moisturizer for my hair, and I'll go ahead and seal that all in with some whipped shea. And you can also take note that right here I am getting all of the kinks out my hair, which is very easy after moisturizing and deep conditioning it. So there's my whipped shea. I brush that through, and if you watch, I put that ponytail kind of in the middle. I don't make it too high, I don't make it too low. It's definitely in the middle. And I tighten my band. Those are my ouchless bands, and I tighten them as tight as I can get it. I brush it through nice and smooth, as you can see. I seal it with my Jamaican black castor oil, and then I braid it. My braids are smooth and tight, and I purposefully do this so that I don't have any flyaways. So as you can see here, I'm just taking my time and I'm smoothing down the braid as I braid it down. It's a seamless process. It does not take long as your hair has been properly detangled. And I make sure I braid each of my braids all the way to the end. If you don't, then what happens is at the end it kind of straight poofs out and you don't get that sleek look that you're going for. And that's one. I do the same thing to the second one. As you see, I brush it completely out before I get started, and I go ahead and seal that up as well. Now, a few things that I do want you to note: I put one directly behind the other. Where the hair is smooth, it will be straighter. The more hair you have, the thicker hair you have, the more little ponytails that you need to make to get a full blown out look. And again, you see on this one, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm smoothing and braiding at the same time. It does not take long at all. So as I do this, I just make sure that it does not tangle, that nothing is mixed up, and again, very seamless. So, and make sure you braid it all the way to the ends. I am detangling as I go along because I don't want it to kink up, and that's the second one. Again, I will make note that if you have fuller, thicker hair, you may need to do more than just 3 on each side. For my very fine hair, 3 is more than enough for me. And my blowouts are basically just starter points for my styling, and or if I plan on even flat ironing my hair or straightening my hair completely, I start off heatless first because the less heat, the better for your hair. So that's one side completely done, and there's all the sides. Me turning around, my parts are not straight, and I'm okay with that. So this is the next morning. I take off my satin scarf, and I want you to note that my hair is pinned down. I bobby pinned the little braids down, my little pony braids down, because I definitely did not want them to get misshapen or bent out of shape. I'm not sure, but I'm just afraid that that might leave bends and kinks in my blowout. So I definitely just bobby pin it straight back, and that's it. Now what I can tell you also is, in taking off these bands, I want you to be really careful, because if you missed some hair while braiding, what happens is it get caught in those bands and you'll end up ripping hair out. So just be careful of how you take them out in this process. I do have oil on my hands as well, so that is seamless in the process of taking them out. And it's so easy. I just unbraid. Now I'm just going to show you the first unbraid. I probably won't show you the entire braid being taken out, but I just wanted you to note that I did braid it all the way to the end. So it took a little pinching to get the end part separated, but once it comes loose, it is loose right here. So now we have the opportunity of just combing this out. And as you can tell, I just have a regular comb that I start with, and no problem. You see how that stretched look is? It is stretched, y'all. And at the roots, it's even more sleek. So if I would have smoothed it back more, I would have gotten a straighter look at the roots. But this worked just fine for me. I was just basically stretching my hair out to do the crochet twist that I put in afterwards. Look at that. You see how silky and straight that is? I think it came out just fine for my hair, and it did everything I needed it to do right now. So as you can see, these are the final look. It's blown out. This is what you definitely want to say is a heatless blowout. No problems at all. If you found this video to be helpful, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. In the meantime, I'll see you in between time.